solid. So if we can keep getting allies, we can keep branching out, doing activities with them. We've been good with Team Domino and Rick recently. Let's try and push for some more maybe.
What I was
Well,
thinking about is we could, once RSC is allied to the Foreign Affairs group, we could make what's it called? Make like a separate server in which we invite all of the allied high ranks, and also invite them to the group.
Yeah, it's a great idea. It's like
so that they could schedule joint events and stuff. It's kind of like the construct server RSC has.
I was thinking you were basing off USAF.
Well, that's also you're in the server, like in the State Department
Yeah, I
one.
know.
So, I mean, yeah, sure.
Not in the RAC one yet. I said it's better for something like that.
Oh, yeah, their bot is kind of broken, so you can't really
Oh
duel
shit.
yourself.
yeah.
Well, get some clothes on.
um,
Yes.
what the hell?
He has a ornament on his chest. It's all good, boys.
Okay, Tact. Okay, you made your point. Anyway.
Oh my god. Okay.
See, this is what I mean with off topic. Like, God.
Really fine.
See, I have absolutely no idea what's happening, so.
I'll be right back.
Yeah, I've really got to take a shit, so if we could hurry this along, that'd be great.
Okay.
Honestly, you should do it now then.
But yeah. Oh god, Dact.
Yeah, you should probably do it now, Gamu, or at least listen to it while you're taking the shit.
Yeah, I'm gonna transfer onto my phone.
Yeah.
Pop a squat so you guys can. I'll hold my phone up to my asshole.
No.
So you can hear me shitting.
Oh god. But
Um,
one of the things I wanted to bring up, like, what was going on with USAF, because I haven't seen like any of their people like join our Discord, and I don't know about any of, well, probably some of you joining theirs, but I'm like, what are we gonna do with them? Are we gonna start doing more joint events or doing stuff with them?
well,
in the near future, yes.
Well, actually, British T, Virtuous Viper, and I, we've been talking a lot to USAF recently in the State Department channel. And they're really nice allies. I'm not gonna lie, and they're also willing to help us, because their second in command is also helping out us every now and then. Like, we're expecting to host some joint events really soon once the VDV plays out.
Dope.
And
Alright.
also, their SOCOM uses our station of Impel. Like, I allowed them to.
Oh yeah, I remember that being mentioned.
Yeah, they all love it. Like, really. and also, they really want to schedule some joint raids with Spetsnaz and FSB.
Dope.
They want to get more involved with them, basically. I'm not necessarily looking into the regular forces of the USAF, but more their SOCOM and their airborne forces for VDV. Those are the only two, really. And the
Alright.
developers.
Dope. Okay. So
So
we're gonna be getting closer with our allies in general.
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah, before we make any more allies, we need to like fortify the ones we have now.
Right.
Oh yeah. Sure.
That includes the Nerf Modder Veterans Association, of course.
Right.
Oh god.
Wait,
Oh yes. We're allied to the NVA.
Oh my god.
Okay, well anyway, is this all for the first point, or do we need to discuss more? I feel like we should wait until RSC is allied to them as well, because right now, it wouldn't be really official if you ask me.
Right. And I just wanted to add with our relationship with RSC, I noticed that kind of a few weeks ago we were really uneasy about our relationship with RSC, but
It's kind of awkward at this moment.
right after some talking with Power, he spoke to Infinite Valor about our concerns, and now he's talking about. I put the screenshot in HiComs, but we started talking about how we wanted to host more events with each other and get closer.
Yeah. Well, I think
I'm
RSC
sure they,
will be fine.
I'm sure
Like-
they don't want to lose us. Like we are so close.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Why would we lose them in the first place?
We were feeling uneasy about relationship. We feel like we're kind of like fading away in terms of how close we are with them.
I wouldn't think it's the groups themselves. I would think it's some of their high ranks, really.
Right.
Yeah, some of their high ranks.
It's
Yeah,
I know
it's
I've mentioned.
just-
I know
Yeah.
I've mentioned before where some of their high ranks just are acting like they just want to sit on the position just to be there. Like, don't do that much.
Right.
Like when they had Taller and I already forgot the other guy's name. He wasn't important anyway.
Well, see, the thing
Um,
I just want to add about Toller is that Toller was the ex-Ranger, was it leader? Ranger leader?
yeah, Ranger leader.
He was the guy that initiated the rule saying that their Rangers couldn't raid with any of their allies without permission from him. So a lot of the times when Tahano asked for help during raids, they couldn't really answer because Toller wasn't there.
Yeah,
yeah, which is really
which was really stupid.
Right.
Because I ended up talking to Shad Six about that, and he said he was gonna toss out that policy because that was pretty damaging.
Yeah. And
But-
then I think that's pretty much it. You can continue.
But it's also like Captain. I offered him help so many times, but he just
Right.
like, does he want new uniforms? Does he need help with building? All that stuff.
Okay. The thing with Cap is that he's very closed in with like regards to development and all that stuff. Like, because he has, I think I've mentioned this before, where he's faced so many problems where people they'd offer him help and then backstab him later, immediately after or later on, stealing assets or selling them off or whatever.
Yeah. Well, that's understandable, but you know, we're
Preserve
allies,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and I'm the owner of the allied group. Like, come on.
Right.
But if that's what he feels like, then sure.
Up to
I
you.
don't have a
He's
problem.
antisocial. He doesn't talk that much.
Yeah.
He's a very kind person, but he's not so social.
Yeah, but that's also one thing I noticed. Like whenever RSC invites us to, well, RA then invite us to like important events or all that type of stuff, I don't really get an invitation from him. He sends like Andrew Rockstar to me, and then
Ah.
like it's really informal, really. It's a small detail, but it's still like noticeable.
Well, it's like the other thing with him is that I've tried to convince him to get more involved in the group, but he feels as though it runs autonomous without much of his interference, as he says.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it does make sense, really.
And he doesn't want to, like, disturb any of that.
Yeah, exactly.
Mm.
Well, that's understandable.
Yeah, because there was a problem before that kind of resulted in a
Intervention.
yeah, but then right after, like, 90% of his command left.
Oh shit, really?
Yeah.
Jesus fuck, dude.
What did he do? Like, what happened?
Oh, it was an issue with their past chief of staff. Where
Oh.
there was a thing going on with River Gorge. His chief of staff took like 3 other HRs and mass murdered everyone.
Holy fucking shit! What the fuck?
So then when Cap intervened, the chief of staff was like, "All right, you yelled at us. I'm out." That's
Did
pretty much
Illusional do it?
That's pretty much how that fucking went.
Was it
Right.
Illusional?
Huh?
The past chief of staff. Are you talking about Illusional?
No, I'm talking about
Oh,
unknown function.
yeah, that was corrupt.
Yeah.
Okay,
So then
well, yeah.
What's next?
he's just
Yeah,
trying
what's
to avoid
next?
that. The other thing I wanted to bring up was like, Avid listed the base development and everything. Like, what's going on with development in total?
Um, well, it's
Because
got ultimatum.
Yeah,
Yeah.
usually there was a lot of updates posted in the development channel, but I've noticed that there hasn't been as much now. except for like the few updates to the border map. But then what's going on with Ultimatum?
Yeah,
Anything made?
Ultimatum is finished in terms of building, but it's all scripting. Man, scripting is such a pain in the ass. I'm getting really sick of it actually. Like, yeah, at this point, I don't really have the energy to keep looking for scripters. It always
Right.
like,
That's a job for foreign affairs. This one task they can have.
yeah, but one good thing though is that we've got 2 new people joining RA. Sashuk and Rick Kindling, I think that's his name. I don't know.
2 5s or some shit like that. 5 5s. I forgot.
No. Here.
No, it's his current username right now. Is what I'm trying to say.
Anyway, they're gonna help me find scripters. They both have a lot of experience in the clan community, and they know a lot of developers as well. So they should be able to, you know, find some developers. Well, scripters specifically. Also,
Okay.
Foxy is still really sick. Like, this guy has had the flu, so yeah, it's kind of fucked.
Hmm.
Okay, so may I propose an idea?
Yeah.
I said this before that we can't keep waiting for a base, my guy. With all due respect,
know.
we've been waiting for almost since launch, which has been like 3 or so months, and the main way to promote activity is by patrolling something or just having people raid us, you know, because that gives it a sense of purpose.
Yeah.
And without a base, FSB is useless. MP just sits here and guard, I guess. I propose we make a base with a 1 terminal for now. Just make I can edit if you want, but like make it KO based or make it turn based. Because a 3-point cap term like what's it called? The rush game mode that we planned out initially might
Yeah.
just have to be pushed back because we can't keep waiting, man. I'm being honest.
Well, I've got a suggestion.
You
Sort
could
of,
also.
it's a halfway. No, it's okay. It's alright. Don't worry. I'll be quick. It's just a halfway suggestion. And if we don't have a base sort of in development pipeline, then we could try and keep updating the academy kind of thing and add new stuff to it. Sort of part-time
Yeah, but
thing.
the thing is, Britt, the academy is finished building. The only thing we could potentially add are scripts, and
No,
we don't
if you add the academy sort of building itself is finished, yeah. But we could add on to one of the sides and the back of it.
Yeah, there's a
It's
lot of
best-
empty space. Look at
Yeah,
the
we could add-
trees.
Yeah,
I
for
think
the visitors spawn, you could add like a small city or something over there to have them explore,
Well-
adding recruitment offices.
Well, yeah, I agree, but if you guys just press Shift F4, you can see the total part count of the academy.
Shift
Okay.
F4.
Yeah, you can see the total part count, which is a lot. Like, I feel like this academy is gonna lag so much at some point.
It
Big
already
idea.
lags for people that are on low-end systems, but because a lot of people are getting a lot more high-end computers now, especially because of the quarantine, and essentially
Also,
there's really nothing to do here. There's nothing we could really do. Basic trainings, you just do the obby, the classroom, and all that. We still don't have proper teams or anything to do the TDMs and whatnot that are there.
That would
We
make it
haven't even
definitely interesting
used
and more
those.
fun.
Yeah, exactly.
So
You-
yeah, I think we could add on to sides even. What I was thinking is like just divisional areas. So my 2 ideas were maybe something for VDV and something for Fourth Guards, right? And there'd be other guarded areas, other places for MP to be stationed on. And you could do
Yeah.
you could do other divisional things there. We could put, if we had the Fourth Guards here, we could put the tanks in. Then you'd have the noobs who are at the front gate going, "Holy shit, where can I drive a tank?" And then you go, "Oh yeah, you've got to join a Fourth Guard tanks." Then we can spur the activity of that.
Yeah.
Alex,
That's true, yeah.
I found a scripter. He's a good friend of me from RA. I mean RIC.
What's his name? Is
ACJ?
it ACJ? Yeah.
AZG Ness.
Ness.
Yeah. That's the
He's
other thing I was
able
gonna. Sorry.
Well, if he wants to script, then I can pay him. That's no problem at all.
Do you want
as
me to
long
say
as
it
he-
to him?
Yeah, sure. As long as he like, um, as long as the stuff he makes is good, because I spent 14k on like a promotion bot only for it to be corrupted a few weeks
Oh.
later. Like, I don't really like that. I don't really
understand.
care about paying people as long as it's good. That is
Well,
what. Yeah.
you check the quality. The only thing I'm doing is connecting him to you.
Yeah. Exactly.
That's the
Oh,
only
yeah,
thing I
Come
do.
on.
Yeah.
Unless
that's-
you wish,
Oh, what?
unless
Hold
you
on.
want me to do more, all up to you.
That's another thing I was gonna say. You could probably like contract RIC or USAF developers to help us out too.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I've been doing that so far. The only ally that's been really helping, Wolfenstein.
Oh yeah.
In terms of scripting or in general?
Well, in general.
What happened with Stenograph and the whole Team Domino like
Stenograph
recruitment?
is still working on the bot. He's making one for Team Domino, and once that one is finished, he's gonna give us a copy of his. So it's gonna.
So,
It should take like 1 or 2 weeks, maybe. He's gonna keep me updated.
are we just holding off on giving them the recruitment center until?
We already
then?
gave it. We already gave it to
We
them.
we already gave it to him.
Oh, I see. Okay. So we're just
Yeah,
waiting on that.
Yeah,
their end.
and that's one of the
Shit.
reasons why he gave us the bot in the first place, because Ons made the recruitment center in a day and then gave it to them.
What
Yeah,
we
we
did
didn't
before,
initially we didn't really ask for anything in return, but he offered it himself. So I would assume he's gonna.
Honor his agreement.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Cause I made that just because I feel like Tintawana needed something, and it wasn't really that much of a pain in the ass to do. It was kind of fun because I enjoy building, so I just kind of did it in a day.
It looked
I had
really
a time
nice
for it.
as well.
It's very nice. I just hope they can actually use it. And again, our initial idea was not to get anything in return, but since they offer that, we can definitely use it for our advantage. Again, no promises made because he has to keep his word, right? We can't enforce him back, so
Yeah,
it's
of
whatever.
course.
But yeah.
Exactly. Well, yeah, Foxy has started scripting already, but on Notepad++. So once this guy gets on Studio, he can like finish Ultimatum in a day. That's for sure. He just needs to get started, and once he does, it can be done in a single day, because he
Right.
already
How long
has
are we waiting?
scripted.
Wait, so just wondering, is he like sick right now? Does he not have internet?
He's really sick, and also the quarantine fucked his Wi-Fi basically. So it's a lot of stuff coming together.
Christ, damn, dude.
Yeah, it's kind of this is the worst timing ever, but yeah,
Truly
Domino
unfortunate.
effect.
yeah, it's pretty much. Anyway,
Oh.
I've got some ideas for new bases, but like we've discussed, I think we should focus on Ultimatum first.
100%.
Right.
Yeah.
Well,
Once
Right.
Ultimatum's released, then yeah.
well, yeah, like you said, Alexi, we're pretty much done building Ultimatum, so I think you should really base your efforts on the border, honestly.
If you think about it, the border is also pretty much done with building.
Just scripting.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Really? Is it really done? Pretty much done?
It's pretty much done. It's only like the really small details need to be added, but other than that, it's like essentially done. So.
Gotcha. Okay.
Well, yeah, I'll keep you guys updated on Russ and stuff like that.
Right. Okay.
It
On
should
the
be
same-
fine.
On the same note, again, I'd like to propose another idea, right? And I've spoken. It's again another thing I've spoken to Alexi with, and it is a production schedule or rota or something for Russ, and it'd be more just for internal Russ use, or for HighCom as well, and it just sort of tracks, the progress on. We've got a development page as well to see progress, but this would see like estimation as to when the project's going to be finished, who's working on it at a time, and then we could use that then to see when the finishing product is to the month or two, and then we could also redesignate sort of Rust builders if like another problem comes up on another build. We could say put that in there, and we could also sort of put an order on the sort of releases. Prioritize them in terms of most important to least important, and then it sort of help out our sort of organization when it comes to our development quite a lot better.
Yeah.
Just be keeping track of it in like an Excel document, but yeah, I think it'd be beneficial.
No, I think you should talk to Skordiak and Xelakai about it. They're well.
Technically, Happy Oscar's in charge of Rust, man. So
Yeah,
Happy
technically he is, but so is Xelakai. He proposed earlier to me that he like a separate Rust server on Discord, kind of like the Academy Staff one, but
would there
more
really
organized.
be a need for that though?
I'm not really
I think
sure.
it will. I think
it's
it will
not-
be very good.
To keep things more organized, really.
Yeah,
Like
it's just more
I mean-
admin and organization.
I feel like it's just gonna be a little really kind of small.
I understand that you guys don't want another Discord server. I fully agree, but if you want some organized work, you really should make it.
Just put it. Yeah, I'm just saying, like Google Docs, or Trello or something. Just a link we can just put in, and then we can say, okay, so what needs to be done at ultimatum per se.
Right.
And you could go, okay, so it's just Foxy. He needs to get online. You just need to do a day's worth of scripting so we can wait. And it's like we don't need to do any more building now. It's just scripting, so we can go. Okay, just put ultimatum for one side. Oscar and say Scott, who were building, let's say ultimatum, can now focus on the border control map.
Right.
And then they could get that done faster, or another project on the other side and get that done a bit quicker as well. So we can then, just keep track on where everyone is and what everyone's doing when
Right.
it's all going to get released. And I think that would be quite beneficial.
Well, yeah, I think. Well, again, I think Xelakai, Skordiak, and Happy Oscar should discuss this, like once more, privately, I would say.
Okay.
One thing.
And then,
I would like to assign somebody specifically who focus on forcing and getting things done Rust-wise. For example, Scorpion used to do that, but I don't know if he has time for that anymore. So I would suggest assign somebody to do that.
Wasn't it Leonard Cliff that you wanted to?
I kind of wanted to, but I don't know if he. I would have to talk to him, but again, I'm not Rust responsible. I can't really speak for Rust because I'm not the high rank in Rust.
Well, yeah, you are a project manager there, so.
Project manager,
Yes.
not the entire Rust. I'm like I can't assign a leader on top of me. If that makes sense.
Yeah, I know, but yeah, you can propose things if you want to. Do we have a? We don't really have a Rust staff channel.
That's the thing. We should under development. It should be one chat for Rust only, and then staff's for us. And I mean, yeah. For example, under Rust and development, there should be a chat for just Rust people, so we can communicate. It shouldn't be just for Russian army there, Just like
Yeah.
every other division, Rust needs its own.
Well, they do have their own. It was the dev chat.
Dev chats for all developers, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, but that's not Rust staff, but yeah.
Right. Then
It's,
just add a
it's
staff.
technically all Rust.
For that, I could probably make a Rust staff role, and then make a second channel for that.
That'll be really appreciated.
Okay.
Okay, well we can do that after the meeting.
Mhm.
What's
Okay,
the next
so-
point? Oh,
Divisions.
Yeah.
Divisions. I'm not sure if that's
Oh
been covered.
yeah.
Wait, before we move on, can you explain to me what we have officially agreed on or in changes so I can write this down?
Okay. Yeah, I've got a typographer over here. So there's going to be a new Rust staff chat, and I'm going to speak with Scorp and Zalichi and Ons about a new production schedule or something for
Happy
Rust.
as well.
And Happy Oscar. Someone else is going to speak to Leonid Cliff about being another Rust staff member, and I can't remember the final point.
Okay.
The final point was about the foreign affairs group.
Foreign affairs group.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're still gonna wait for
the
RSC
group-
to ally it.
The
to
group
make it official.
itself, and literally foreign affairs, like and how we're approaching our allies.
And not just allies, but everyone, sort of.
Alright, but what was discussed about that foreign affairs? What's changing?
Well, for now, I think we should ally first, and then we should discuss this.
Wait, is Daddy here?
Wait, who?
Vlad?
No.
No.
That's interesting. I just saw some guests say on the chat. Oh well.
Okay.
No, someone said, yeah, really Zlati, but yeah. Oh, I think they're talking about the bar, yeah. But,
Well, the next point is the divisions, right?
right.
Yeah.
The well-being and how kind of just...
I feel like all divisions are doing really now, except that's because really give them
cutting in and
attention.
out.
Well, I didn't give them any attention because I feel like we have other priorities right now. The Fort Guards is supposed to be a roleplay division, really.
Right. Yeah, everyone right now is focusing on their division and kind of building it up right now.
Yeah, it's really stable if you ask me.
Right. Maybe we can focus on it as soon as Ultimatum comes out.
What, Fourth Guards?
Yeah, once, because we're gonna have tanks there, right, Alexi?
I'd like to focus on it as soon as VDV sort of, properly moving kind of thing.
Right.
Yeah, thing with Fourth Guards is there's no. Yeah, at the moment we don't really have a place.
Well, we do, but
we could make. Like I was saying earlier on, we could make somewhere at the academy for them, and then have them, have a little tank convoy patrol around or something. But until Ultimatum released, they're as useless as the VDV, but more useless.
Right.
What I feel like doing is I could make a separate training base, kind of like the VDV one, but for tanks.
You should
just
probably do that.
Do it, but stick it on the side of the academy, because then it gives people a reason. It promotes the division and it brings people here, even if it's.
No, but Brett, I think that's gonna be extremely laggy. The vehicles, they are really, really laggy.
Yeah, they are.
It's to do with the way they're scripted and stuff, because I don't know if I should go too much in detail about it, but basically the person that drives the vehicle, any vehicle, is gonna be the host of the server. So what happens is if I go here and drive the truck, then this whole server is gonna lag really badly.
Huh, yeah.
And I wouldn't really want 4 or 5 tanks added onto the trucks here and all of the guns, all of the...
So in that case, a training base for the Fort Guards tank division would be good.
Yeah, kind of like the one that VDV has right now, but yeah.
What do you think about a training base for MP?
That could be
good.
Because the thing about MP is that they're mainly kind of focused on guarding buildings, but also reporting things too.
The thing is, I feel like the military police is more of a... theoretical division.
In what way you mean that?
Like, they're not really. Well, they are, but
do you mean
I
it's
just
like, do
I
they
just
like, do you think that they do more reports than anything?
yeah, they do more paperwork. That's what
Paperwork.
they do.
Gotcha. So there's really no need for a training base for them.
They're well, if they want to, but the only thing that they really do is stand like this near the checkpoint.
And
And
report any lawbreakers to NKVD, or yeah.
And look pretty in their little red hat.
look intimidating. Yeah, exactly.
Alright.
But the thing is, I'm not really sure
How many divisions
what
that
could
need
take
the
them on.
base or
So if
wait for
anything,
divisions?
my bad, you continue.
Wait, whom?
Well, Viper was
So
speaking,
that-
I just accidentally interrupted
Oh,
him.
Alright, you know, I was saying the only divisions that need bases or training places are warfare divisions and FSB, to be fair.
Right.
well, yeah, I agree. I agree. And well, of course, the academy staff, but that's another thing.
Yeah, but I mean,
But
academy staff
No,
won't really have a
academy
training base. They just get
The
trained
academy
at the
staff
academy.
is
Yeah.
exactly the academy itself.
Well, yeah, I agree with that. I think Viper is right. So yeah, that's why. If you guys have ideas, I can work on it for sure. But
Yeah.
I think Warfare needs the most bases.
If we're gonna have a tanks and a VDV place now, could we all have it linked through like a hub or something?
Yeah, I can do that.
What do you mean a hub?
A hub, so it's you just stick it on the group. You don't have to have the VDV and tanks all on there. You just have the Russian Army hub. You just join.
It's better
join
if we
the-
have the bases on our group page, because it actually shows that we're using our bases and it promotes activity.
Yeah, I'd be down for that. Just
I
putting
had
it on the group page.
question really. Should I keep the VDV base on my the
On
RA
your-
group?
Alright.
Which one?
Alright.
RA or VDV?
Alright. Oh shit.
Because
I'd probably do
I-
RA, honestly. I'd probably do RA, yeah.
Because we'd have a lot of bases.
We should probably... Actually, that's weird, because we use a lot of On's bases, but it's listed by him and not on RA.
But that's when
he has to put them on under RA, and then we made there's no point.
the thing is, a lot of the old officers have a lot of usable training bases like ONS because back in the day you could just any colonel or above could get their base approved by Russ, and then you can't. It's a
Yeah,
case
but
of
that's
some
just
good
the-
ones like acting on Verda.
We should probably list all of our training bases onto the main page, because sooner or later people are not going to realize that. Wait a minute, where are the bases at?
Under
Yeah.
RA.
And then you realize it's under, most of them are under Ons or Alexi or something.
That's right.
So I don't know. Maybe we could leave Ons' bases alone, but then any future bases should probably be listed under RA.
I mean, or again, academy.
Wait, what?
Well, no, never mind. It's no, never mind.
Yeah. If it's VDV, we should probably list it under RA.
Okay, sure.
Or should we just list them under their own divisions?
Honestly, any bases that we're currently using, we might as well just list under RA, because until we actually have like an active FOB and academy, they're the way we're promoting our activity.
Exactly. Yeah. So yeah. And
Yeah, that's right.
if we list On's bases under RA, he would still be able to edit it, right? Like normally.
No, I think so. No,
No?
I would have to
No?
have the permission.
Oh.
Like
That
each
means you're
time
an
you
every
edit
lieutenant
it?
colonel. I think every lieutenant colonel needs permission because
How it's set is like when you add a group place, you can only have certain ranks be able to edit the place.
Oh shit.
and
And
you don't trust me. You don't want any marshal like back then. All the marshals or generals had permission, and then White Forest was probably leaked by every single one of us. So
oh yeah, you're
bad
right.
idea.
Damn, and you can't give it to individual people. You can't just list it down, can you? Okay,
That's a good
so probably better off leaving Anza's alone, but any other featured bases should be probably listed by Alexi.
Yeah.
I mean, we can actually have a hub though, just
Yeah,
one that
I think a
sends
hub
you
would
to the
be really
place.
nice actually.
I'm not okay. Hold up. I'm not really understanding this concept of a hub. Are we talking about like
Okay.
Leviathan type hub?
No,
Score
there's gonna be.
basically-
Oh.
Score basically design a place where there's multiple pictures on the walls with every single picture
Oh,
of every place that we have in Russian Army.
oh
That
yeah, I've
leads
seen
to
that
server.
place.
Yeah, I can also
Ah.
include like description, current player count, etc. So
Oh,
we
that's
can have
dope.
stats on each place.
That's
You
dope.
could actually get someone to make really nice, make a really nice user interface.
If that's the case, then I'm down for hub then. Okay, I didn't exactly know what you guys were talking about when you said hub, but yeah, I'm down for
Cool.
that.
I think it would be nice to have a hub, like just a user interface, like Rat does. I don't know. I've
Yeah,
seen some
just
groups have like a whole UI and stuff, but then again, we don't have a scripter, so forget it.
no,
mean-
I do. I know a scripter that can do it. I'll definitely talk to.
Well, for a scripter, GUI shouldn't be hard to make, should it?
No, I don't think so.
Exactly.
No,
I don't
but
think
it
it'll take
needs
that
to-
much.
It needs
There
to
are
look nice.
plugins that make it a lot easier now.
Right.
Yeah.
You just drag and drop.
Dope. Okay.
Oh well.
So what else do we have to talk about?
Anyway.
What other divisions?
Well, we were still talking about the divisions. I feel like all. Well, conclusion is all of the divisions are tank division.
Right.
All divisions except the 4th guard are operational.
Yeah.
At a certain extent, because Russ is like just sitting there, and NQVD is getting revamped. But I mean, NQVD is still working. Again, it's just the 4th guard, which is pretty much inactive. But that's fine because we don't really have a purpose for that right now. Now, my thing is,
Oh.
it comes to a point that every division is doing their own thing. But if Russian Army can't keep up with productivity or activity by recruitment, then divisions can't work. You feel me?
Right.
So again, it would be. I feel like if divisions focus way too much on their own things, then they forget about the main group, and that can't happen because the main group is the activity. It's how we promote people. It's how we get things going. How you know.
Well, the thing about the divisions is that the divisions are like almost like a gateway to like
That's the thing. Divisions seem to be the only thing that can get you high or anywhere in the group. But it shouldn't be like that.
Well, are you suggesting a different way for people to get promoted?
No, it's just that it should be easier for people to get into divisions, I guess. And hopefully with VDB becoming active, that can be the easiest way to people to join.
Well-
It's like again a mini version of Spetsnaz.
Well, yeah. You get the military police, and then you got what's it called? The VDV.
I still think a military police is a bit too complicated to join because
I honestly,
exactly for roleplay kids like 12
Why the
years
hell
old,
is
they're not
Vishy
gonna want to
here?
read the whole common jobs document. I don't blame common job. It's just not attractive to the eye to read the whole thing just to be in a division. People do it. Not everybody.
That's the point.
I mean, we can treat RA's MP like TNI's MP, to be honest.
I don't know
That's
how their thing
TNI's
works.
MP works. They have like a lot of documents, and people who apply for the MP are people who want to be dedicated MP. I think it's up to CommuDrop if he wants a dedicated MP or if he wants a bunch of 12-year-olds.
That's true.
Going more their route.
I guess so. So we just
Right.
need like a main division for people to join. So I'm looking at BDB.
Yeah, same. The VDV should be the main division of RA, like the main raiding force. Whereas
Bring it back
Spetsnaz is gonna be
21st.
the.
I mean, honestly,
that's-
most VDV is ready for parachutes. You guys should just start going to recruiting plaza and actually recruiting people into RA. As a like little purpose whilst you wait for parachutes.
Well,
Any
Alexa,
recruiting division.
you should bring back that 21st.
oh hell no, dude. Dude, it was. But like sometimes it's like honestly, I've been thinking about removing the 4th guard just like I did with the 21st. Really.
I would just say keep it there until it ultimatum, and then we decide if it works or not.
Yeah. Well, yeah, we can do that for sure.
I think they will only be useful at our bases. Like, what other clan can you name right now that has tanks or any vehicles at their bases? So they'll only be
Wolfenchan.
useful at our own bases.
So
Okay,
So
other
I
than
missed-
Wolfenchan, of course.
Sorry, what did I miss? What did I miss?
so I mean, again, they're purely roleplay, but at the same time, they can be really useful at like ultimatum.
They can be fun. They can like really be
We
interesting.
can
Also
teach
ready to
them
order
tank
things.
warfare. Get
I
out the
think the
fucking
way
Owen Rommel's book.
I think the way that Wolfenstein manages their vehicle system is pretty nice. It's very organized. It lags a bit, but it still gets the job done. They have flying vehicles, they have tanks, and it doesn't lag too much. Then they don't have too many tanks spawning. Just have like specific one
Right.
after.
I think
Wolfenstein's using it.
my only
Huh?
complaint about that is that it can be really laggy at their base though.
Well, I mean, I blame it because they haven't.
What just happened?
Call them
Somebody started
a
an RPG.
What the?
But the thing, listen, I feel like their base is not lagging because of the vehicles. It's mostly because of how big this smooth terrain is. It's their whole base is massive in general. But I don't know. Damn it! And then it's ultimatum has way too many
No,
port
but
counts.
you need to walk here.
Okay, fine. What building is it?
But
Is it where the
I can also kind of see fourth guards working out when like the border map comes out because they could like run the transport BTRs and all that stuff.
interview rooms? Where am I going?
I don't know. You should have thought of that.
If you're at interview rooms, go to the right.
Hold on, I'm on my way. I'm on my way. No, these are all officers. It must be upstairs then.
It
Oh,
is
there you go.
upstairs.
Hold on, give me 2 seconds.
Okay, but I just wanted to talk about MP real quick. So again, Ons did say that it's a little bit
All of these
complicated.
hallways look fucking insane.
Brit, please.
Sorry.
Yeah,
Yeah, go
so it's a little complicated, and I get that, but I think that the higher rank you should be, the more paperwork it should be, and the lower rank it should be, should be more, you know, kind of focused on combat. Because again, like you said, the VDV is supposed to be the gateway to Spetsnaz, MP is supposed to be the gateway to NKVD or FSB since it's paperwork.
Yeah, we should have gateways, man. Like,
It's
it
not
would
gonna
help us out massively.
Well, that was how it was intended, but
We had
Yeah.
to get the groups running and stuff.
yeah, because I mean,
This-
really, there's MP's gonna be somewhat inactive for the most part because all they do is just really just sit here with their guns looking pretty at the gate, though.
They'll be more useful at what's it called, the border base.
Yeah.
That's why we need this border
May
gate.
I add 2 things?
I can't.
So
I
you
can't
guys are
find you
saying how
guys.
MP is always sitting at the border, basically, or sorry, at the academy doing nothing. You guys can invent MP trainings, you know, do like breaching or something with them, or like just routine patrols or anything. anything
FSB
to
could
get
do
them more
that.
interested.
I feel like if we add and like the ones we saw at Wolfenchan's training base, like just learn them how to use the handcuffs, how to use all of their neat little gadgets, I would say, if we ever end up having them.
Are you kidding
think-
me?
I think that would be quite interesting.
I couldn't see you at all up here.
Yes, Alexa, I like that idea because essentially what you're doing is creating a purpose. MP decides to start hosting the trainings on how to use their gadgets, and then leaders come up. They come up and they want to learn too, and then hopefully, what's it called? Somebody else takes the role of being leader, and they have to do the same thing. Same thing. Trials, teaching people how to do
Oh, where's
use
he
the
gone?
gadgets. And it just gives them an overall purpose. Then we have to think, how did we roleplay back then in the old days?
Yeah, go on. Sorry.
What the fuck?
It's tradition for the president of Russia to sit on the table.
Yeah,
Yes.
my seat is
Glitchy.
kind of fucked. I can't sit down anymore.
Yeah, we should definitely do divisional pathways, right? Because I'm slightly concerned with. I'm slightly concerned.
You're saying, Brit?
Yeah, I'm slightly concerned with Spetsnaz and the amount of planners, because I'm sure they're good. It's just, you know, how sort of loyal they'll be to us, even a month or 2 months down the line, and then we could have like a thorn in our side when
I
it
mean,
comes to
thing is,
dealing
right,
with someone.
Spetsnaz is
Yeah.
made to raid people, so of course they're gonna consist of some clanners, but right now most of the people in Spetsnaz are pretty dedicated to RA, like they will show up to trainings and they'll represent RA. We don't have a base yet to prove if they'll raid against us or not, but I'm sure these guys are pretty loyal to us right now, and you know, that's
But
how
also-
all special forces really are.
Yeah, of course. But as well as that, you've also got the cheaters and everything we've had.
Yeah, that we need to-
examples.
We really need to watch out for cheaters like coin slots, and also recently I saw Tango being accused of it.
Yeah,
we
exactly.
need to keep our reputation clean. So
So
I mean,
even if they have to progress through BDV, then all of these suspicions, will be erased earlier. At least we'd hope.
Right.
Yeah,
And
that
so
was
the
the second
reputation.
topic.
What's up?
Basically, we talked about this in high comms. I just kind of pinged everyone for it, but British started talking about making VDV and MP a pathway to FSB and Spetsnaz sort of thing. So, Spetsnaz trials, we only recruit people from other divisions. Like, what is everybody's thoughts on that?
I'd prefer it. That's my takeaway. It is my idea. So, yes, just a basic yes.
And so you also
Do I need to explain this better, or?
see the way I thought about it is that yeah, MP and VDV should be a pathway, like a gateway to special forces. But if someone's definitely exceptional, we've already done this before, but we made exceptions for people. Like they still have to go through like tryouts, but instead of being a gateway, it can be a gateway, but it should be so that during the tryouts themselves to get into Spetsnaz or FSB, that whoever's the MP or VV should be prioritized. Simply because they went through that gateway.
Yeah, I guess that makes sense. I mean, that's it. If nobody else has anything to say on it, that's literally just the topic I wanted to bring up.
well, I like the idea of them being a gateway, but I don't think it's necessary. I think it. So let's say someone is in the MPs and they want to become FSB. I think it should be easier for them to like gain
Right,
entry
so
into
prioritize.
FSB.
Just like Iconic said, so they get prioritized, yeah.
Yeah, but I don't think this will VDV and Spets.
I think I know what you guys are trying to get at. You guys are trying to say that if people are capable of getting into FSB and Spetsnaz, they should be able to just go in there straight away. But the other divisions are there to train them if they're not, so they can aspire to become one of them. Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, think of it like this: someone is trying out for FSB, right? He fails the obby, he fails combat, but he passed the drills. Just an example, right?
Mm-hmm.
But so those are 2 minuses and 1 plus. But he is also in the MP, so that could also be a reason for FSB to accept him more easily.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I would think, but I don't think someone has to be in the MP in order to be in the FSB first.
Oh yeah, like I said, prioritized, you know?
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so we're saying the same thing, right? It's the same idea.
I do have the
Yes.
question though. Does FSB actually value people being an MP? Do you guys see people being MP as a advantage right now? Do you think MP should be doing more for it to be an advantage?
I
to them?
think they should be doing a little bit more to be an advantage right now because I've noticed that a lot of MP have been trying out for FSB, and the thing is that almost every time that FSB tryouts are hosted, it's always the same MP who are always coming over to FSB tryouts.
And they keep failing with the same combat portions because they can't shoot pretty well, you know?
Yeah, exactly. And so
Like
that's
I've told them before, I see their loyalty, I see they keep trying. But if they can't defend us, then you're not FSB material.
right. So essentially, that's why I want kind of I want to try to get the lower ranks of military police to be focused on combat. And then once they get to a higher rank, that's when they can start focusing on paperwork and kind of just filling out forms and stuff. And it's
Right.
not like these forms are going to be like huge, tedious forms. They're kind of just simple, mundane forms, you know.
Should we do joint divisional events? Like
I mean, we already do 'em.
Like Spetsnaz and FSB used to do joint events. Should we do a VDV MP event? Because
That would be
hopefully,
Ooh, that
That would be quite interesting, actually.
because you know, we're definitely more combat focused, while they're
right.
you know they're not so much. So you could definitely
It's the same relationship
Train them.
between FSB and Spetsnaz, you know. Like
yeah, 100%.
FSB focuses on combat, but not to the same degree that Spetsnaz does. No, we try to keep up, but you know, we're not out there scrimmaging as much as Spetsnaz is.
Well, I mean, you might as well call Spetsnaz. Hold on, I'll see. I'll type it.
I'm not in game, so I have no idea what
Oh
I'm
my
type.
god. But what else? Yeah, so I'd be down for more like Spetsnaz and VDV or FSP plus MP type, but I can somewhat see MP and VDV doing combat because they're somewhat similar to skill. So
Right.
I'm definitely down for that.
Here's the thing, right? If VDV and MP should both be doing combat trainings as like a part of their training system. Like, MP need to be good at combat or somewhat good at combat, because how are they gonna defend us if, like, at the gate even, if they can't shoot a gun for their life?
Right, and that's why we
Yeah,
get
that's
Psychos. So they don't have to aim that much.
I want to use for VDV. I want
Wow. Fucking wow, iconic.
I want to use combat trainings more as an assessment base for VDV to see how well they're either doing or how well they progress, as opposed to just sticking them in an arena and telling them to shoot until they get to the outscore.
Right, yeah.
I think it would be much more beneficial to actually look at what they're doing and to seeing the areas they can be improved on in Bricktops or whatever map, and then tell them you're doing this wrong. Try doing this a bit more, and then you can physically see that improvement take place. And then once they've improved, then that could make them a much better fighter per se. If they're strong in every other area apart from one, and you manage to tell them to how to write it, then you've got another Spetsnaz operative right there.
Right.
You know what I mean? So yeah, I reckon I've got a few training ideas in mind. We've got a new base coming, thankfully, for VDV. But yeah, I'm going to try and trial some new things out, and it's going to be an exciting time.
Sure.
Yeah, man.
It's gonna be exciting because it gives a purpose. But BDB trains new cadets on how to use stuff and then at their own base, right?
100%. Our own tech as well.
Exactly. It's just everything gets explained. People learn. Trainings get hosted.
Right.
Exactly. And it gives them a sense of reward, shit like that.
Right.
We just gotta focus on the roleplay aspect a bit more instead of doing just what's it called, RCO trainings. We're turning ourselves into a clan world, which is fine, but because that's what we are. But we can't forget about the roleplay aspect, Sometimes take it a bit slow and teach these kids how to use a gun, bro.
And so that's exactly what these gateways are. So
yeah,
100%. Blue Beret boys, they're coming for you.
Yes. But
VDV.
what was I
Okay,
so speaking about the division still, which is one more thing. we should definitely start doing a little bit more joint events between like the divisions and like, and I'm talking like FSB and MP and Spetsnaz and VDV. You know, Spetsnaz should come in
Also,
and start hosting trainings for VDV, like joint trainings with them, and teach them how to fight. Same thing with FSB.
exactly. I also think that the MP can do joint trainings with their allied counterparts, such as from Wolfenchan or RAC, maybe even USAF. Same
Wait,
thing goes.
RAMP doing joint stuff with like RICMP?
Yeah,
Ooh, that would be
or
interesting.
maybe with Wolfenchan.
I'd be okay with that, but I don't know if RICMP does
Would be.
much.
Is their MP a little bit different than ours?
Yeah, because with their MP, they don't focus that much on combat.
Oh,
They
so it's
focus-
literally paperwork.
Yeah, they focus a lot more on the paperwork, law enforcement aspect of stuff.
So it's going to be more NKVD versus Rick MP, right?
Oh my god.
Wait, I can't really hear
What?
anything.
I'm stating facts here. Are NKVD or not paper pushers?
You would, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you.
But the thing about NKVD is that it's a little bit more confidential than MP.
It's a
Yeah.
very it's a very much blasphemous word, I know. Don't like talking about it. He who shall not be named trays one. Okay. No, but seriously, like, yeah, just try it. They might not be combat focused, but from like the chats we've had anyway, neither are RAMP at the moment, so it should be okay.
I just actually thought about that. RAMP could do some with RICMP at their HQ, because what they could do is, with a joint thing with RICMP, they could probably like show a little bit of basic law enforcement, especially when RAMP gets their handcuffs.
Right.
It was easily doable. I remember a few years ago there was I don't know what was going on there, but I remember being FSB and being called to RICHQ to patrol the base a lot frequently as a sort of countermeasure through them. They called upon us. Alexi and Ons might remember the time in sort of 2017. So I'd say instead of getting FSB
Whoa.
out,
Sorry, my phone just did that. I'm sorry.
yeah, instead of getting FSB there, you could easily just, host, organise it with sort of one of their Rick MPs, and even if you just got them patrolling the sort of main gate for the Rick HQ, it'd still be a change of environment and everything for sort of RAMP, and it gets them out of the academy per se.
Yeah. Another thing too is that they could also go to our embassy that's at RIC's HQ. Because I know with like the recent issues they've had with a lot of visitors rioting, some of them have tried to breach the embassy.
Oh damn! I didn't even realise we had an embassy there.
Yeah. I keep asking Cap if he could move it somewhere else, because it's literally like, RIC's big ass.
It's isolated.
Yeah. Because there's RIC's big ass checkpoint that leads into the town and everything. The
Right.
fucking embassy is like shoved into the very back of like a tunnel next to that checkpoint.
Let's put it in River. Ask him to put it in River Gorge.
That would
That's
be.
what Yeah, that's why I've been wanting it to be placed.
You should tell him to move it.
Yeah, I'll ask him to when he comes online.
Yeah, dude.
Oh shit! Another thing too is speaking of RAMP, Dak and I have been trying to get Cap to add in like some sort of gear for RA's law enforcement at their HQ as well, because we do get instances where RA recruits and stuff call shit at their HQ.
So are you saying for like what kind of tools, like handcuffs?
Yeah.
Oh man, we're gonna need some of the RAMP to kind of like get the rules at RIC, kind of understand what their rules are.
Yeah. Not just that, because we asked Cap to make it to where the handcuffs would only be able to be used on RA personnel anyway.
That would be easier, honestly. Yeah, that could work because we would be responsible for our own.
Yeah.
That would work.
Because I don't think it would fucking make sense for an RAMP to arrest an RAC. That would just cause a whole lot of problems. So, yeah. I'll
Anyway,
ask Cap about
Let's
that.
So what's the conclusion of this point, really?
Who's a typographer again?
I kind of wrote crap, but it's on meeting.
Well, the thing is, I've been recording this entire meeting, so I think we're good.
Okay.
Right. So points being closing notes for divisions. We do have a semi-divisional pathway.
Yep.
Although
sounds right.
nothing defined as of yet.
Yeah, I think after this we should define like how the pathways would actually go like.
That can be sort of, we can draw some stuff up, and for the next meeting in 2 or so weeks we can we can talk about it then in a bit more detail.
Alright.
What else do we need to say? I'm trying to think. Basically, MP is to get more active or better at guns or something.
MP
And that's
should
going to be
More
be doing more. They should have more tasks.
joint trainings with their respective ministries. There you go.
ministries and counterparts in
Right.
other,
Ally counterparts.
and that's going to be the same for what seems like as well Spetsnaz and VDB in the near future as well.
I think what I'll do is speak to Commu about a potential thing with RAMP and RACMP, then have a do something at like their HQ.
Even if it was just like a joint train, sort of like we did with RA and Rick yesterday, I think it was. I'd still say that would be pretty fun for MP to do if you can get enough men there.
Yeah. I'll have to speak to them about that.
Saying Grish. Hold on.
Then we already got a lot of the information about development.
So how's what's it called? The game coming out?
Border or Ultimatum?
Border.
Border is doing quite fine, but I think we.
You
what?
cut out.
The only 2 points we still need to talk about is the status of the whole group and the rules channel.
I think we already pretty much went over the status of the group.
Yeah, it's doing really good if you ask me. So.
We just
Okay.
need the bases.
Yeah, exactly.
It's because that's slowing us down.
Yeah.
Like we can move forward, but without bases, why move forward? You know.
Right.
We're slacking in that sense because RA is doing fine with members with activity, but it's gonna start slowing down if we don't have a purpose.
The growth is stagnating.
Yeah.
But
Because Gary,
I see.
We're doing the num 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 sound.
I see our food has arrived.
Backstory to how he has so many hot dogs. He was at the bar and he was just clicking hot dogs. I teleport to him, and there was just like 20, 50 hot dogs on the floor, man.
Wait. So you're saying that the hot dogs we've been eating have been on the floor?
Yes.
Oh man. Oh man. Throw that over there. Thanks to hot dogs. Oh, he's giving them hot dogs through the wall.
Shut up.
Oh god.
I think Rich is awesome, bro. Come sanitize me. Where's the drinks, Rich?
Oh my god.
Oh my god. British. Oh my god.
British. Excuse me.
Oh my god.
FSB agents. Why are you eating bugs?
Jesus Christ.
Oh.
They heard a bunch of gunshots that came in, wondering what the fuck was happening.
I love how Sergey just stood out there like this is all part and parcel.
Oh my god.
Okay, well, anyway, I think the rules can be adjusted easily. One thing I still don't get is the greeting channel.
The what channel?
The greeting channel.
Oh, that was just made so it was easier for the welcome tab to look more professional. It doesn't have the greeting and then the welcome tab.
Okay.
Greeting, welcome, and rules. Or welcome, greeting. Well, I don't fucking know, actually. I think we should get rid of the greeting.
Well,
If
the
you get
reason why the greeting's there is because the stupid automatic Discord welcome to your server thing. It kind of pisses me off when it goes into the other channels.
Oh, so you literally cannot delete it.
Yeah.
So why don't you just
'Cause-
rename it to rules? Or welcome. Rename it welcome, then just put the message in.
because welcome is the welcome tab.
Ah, fuck, I don't know.
Oh my god.
I don't know. I
Watch,
don't know.
let me
What
move.
can you do to greeting to make it interesting?
I was just considering what happened to the new NQVD law that you have, KDD?
Were you about to call me KGB?
No.
This has got way too many. Loads of K abbreviations. It's just in fact NKVD, KGB, and KDT. So I'm lost.
KGBDT.
Oh
KG
god.
Oh no. It's
Oh
reached
no.
It's
it's
censored?
reached this-
Stay on topic, says Alex. But for real, what happened to this NKVD thing? Can we put it on the welcome tab now, so it's essentially part of the rules?
I don't even know if it's fully voted on or anything yet.
Okay.
I don't think it is. Virtuous, what the fuck happened to your arm?
What the hell? This guy just broke his arm. Bro, what the heck?
How do you get
Um,
a pipe?
Oh,
Or a cigarette? Is that a
What?
cigarette in his mouth?
no.
No.
that's like a wheat. That's wheat, I think.
Ah, I see.
Yo, stay on topic, guys. Come on.
Yeah, I know.
We're at the final point.
Yeah, you said about the rules tab.
Yeah.
Casey said
Well,
they
I'm
could
like,
be.
I kind of want to clean it up a little bit because it just seems a little messy just because of the formatting we chose for it.
Yeah, I
Um,
think we can easily change it up a little bit. That's not a big deal, I think.
You
Just make it like the welcome tab.
I mean, what you could do is just make a Google Doc and make it look more easy for the eyes, I guess. Or
I feel like it'd just be better to have it listed on here
right.
because we already have the training guide, the codex, and all that other stuff. So I'm like, I don't think we need more documents.
Let's see. Hold on.
So it'd just be easier to edit instead of just having to wait for Google Docs to load in and then have to edit through that way. Why the? So it's just easier to manage that way.
Okay, so do you know the way how the like the font? You know how like that it's like formatted and the rules.
Yeah.
I think you should have it so that's not formatted that way because it's a little bit hard for the eyes.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So
So
why don't we
yeah,
just
yeah,
edit it?
and
I
like
just want to make that a little nicer.
so like you
Just
can.
edit it to the way that it looks just like the welcome tab with just nicer pictures.
Yeah, I was gonna do that.
or like, hold on. I'm gonna put it into meaning real quick so you can see what I'm saying. So, for instance, we can have it look like this.
Or what I could do is I could condense the rules into the welcome channel if
Oh no, there's no space for that. Remember?
just
So,
make it a second message.
Is this
Yeah.
the BA rules? What they looks like?
No,
Library.
this is the rules I made. BA has different looking rules. These
Uh,
delta. They're taken based off deltas, delta regiment.
Right.
Honestly, I think we can.
Get
Whoa.
rid of the last thing.
I think we can discuss the rule.
Yeah, that makes it
Uh,
much more prettier to look like. It's more easy for the eyes.
Yeah.
There's a reason
again-
why like books are written in Times New Roman and then online like on a computer screen it's on like Arial font.
Yeah, I'll change up the rules channel and whatnot.
Yeah, I feel like we shouldn't discuss this. I think it's text type of thing. Like, I don't think we can discuss it in the voice channel. Really.
Yeah, that's
Otherwise,
something
it's gonna take way too long.
that's something
what-
that Hayden D had to do on his own time.
Honestly, I kind of put that as a note to myself, but I accidentally mixed it in anyway. But
I guess.
whatever.
Yeah, that's whatever. What else?
Oh shit.
So how
Oh,
can we?
shit.
Can I bring a topic? How can we bring more activity right now? Because we don't have the things that we need. So how can we do that right now?
We've got to
Uh,
ensure that people patrol the academy a lot
Well,
more.
Well, again, there's not much we could do. It's like the one thing I've been bugging Alexei and the others to add in is like different teams to do the TDMs and everything, because it doesn't make sense that we're just training the recruits by doing obby and then classroom.
Yeah, I mean, we don't need to introduce some DMs. We're at the moment a basic training in drills, hobby, and classroom, and then the graduation at the end. Will I hate you, Alex. I really do. I really do. Yeah. Going back to point. While we're
Oh!
oh
Come on.
Attack.
Okay.
You're saying.
yeah, fuck you. Why do they rush in as soon as Alexi's in danger? Not when he's just murdered me
Oh my god.
brutally.
Guys, let's proceed with the meeting.
Yeah,
Alright.
we're good.
I
Can
don't know,
we
'cause I'm
conclude?
like,
Yeah.
Ons brought up like, what else could we do to help activity and everything?
Okay, wait.
Right now.
Going back
Yeah.
to what I was saying. A standard BT at the moment will run at 60 minutes with both, obbies, drills, classroom, and then finally the sort of
Well, see,
graduation.
I think the only problem is some instructors can do it extremely quickly.
Yeah,
Like for
it will-
instance, I've done it in 32 minutes. One of the instructors did it in 27 minutes. But one of the reasons why he did it in 27 minutes because he only had one recruit. Now,
Yeah.
how many recruits you have and how often they listen to you without you having to repeat yourself, that can affect how long the training is. So, if you have like good students, it shouldn't take very long. So it really depends on how well the instructor can manage their time.
Yeah.
What are we exactly talking about right now? Because I thought we.
The durations of basic
It's
trainings.
mostly about the academy and everything.
Right.
Because if you think about it, if you add another section, then you've easily added basically another 20 to 40 minutes, depending on the instructor and the amount of recruits and everything, onto a basic training anyway. And that's not just a bad thing for us who are hosting, I say, but it's also a bad thing for them who just wanna go to the gate and shoot some visitors who are completely unarmed. Effectively.
The catch is they don't have any weapons, so jokes on
Yeah,
that.
exactly. They don't know
I'm
what
like-
they signed up for.
The one thing I'd honestly want to have here is at least some sort of like downtime combat or something to do while they're patrolling here. because they
I
can.
agree.
Oh,
That'd be-
so we can host it as a completely separate event, maybe.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, do more stuff here. We have those TDM matches in those arenas and everything, but we've never used them since they've been here.
Right. So what we can do is can separately host little mini combat trainings here.
Yeah.
And I think the only issue with that is that we're gonna need to have the teams there.
Yeah, the teams and the spawn set up to be there.
Right.
It shouldn't be too hard, right, Alex?
Wait, what?
Oh,
Okay, so I've noticed that when we had the scripters like Metro
like
Scripts,
when yeah, what?
you
But
remember Metro Scripts and his people, right? You know,
yeah, and all that.
one time he what's it called? He came over
Gave
and
a script to Laddie, and he ended up making other teams. But that's what I want to have is at least 2 additional teams, their spawns set up in the arenas that we have.
right.
Hold on, watch.
But wait, is the meeting over because this isn't like listed in the points thingy?
Well, it's not listed in the points, but
A meeting's a meeting.
it was still
regardless.
kind of important to bring up anyway.
Right.
Okay.
I mean, we're pretty much almost finished because that's probably the last thing we're gonna talk about, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, because this meeting has been going on for over an hour right now.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, it's not as bad
we've had
as
a lot to talk about.
yeah, and it's not as
Yeah.
bad as the last meeting. So I mean, progress, I guess.
Yeah, like
Here, watch. Teleport to me, you guys.
Just teleport. Oh shit! Teleport everyone in their names. Or no, we all have
Yeah.
admin here. We could just teleport to you.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Teleport to
saying.
who?
KT. We all have admin. Here. Oh shit.
Nice job,
Brought the chair
Iconic.
with you. You brought the chair with you, man.
Because it's like, look, we have these arenas here. We have the sword fighting, the 2 small gun fighting, and then the big arena that's behind us. Why
Yeah,
don't
You've
we
got
use this
yeah,
stuff?
you've got a point. Could you make
What?
it a hidden team?
Yeah,
Yeah,
hidden
okay.
team would be good. So that it only comes up if you like say team someone red and then it pops up.
Just
Because we don't want it sort of normal, and then you've got like at the bottom sort of unnamed, and you've got team A, team B kind of thing.
Right.
yeah, exactly.
Hidden
so
team.
how was it? How did Slotty explain it? He said there was a way to create a team here.
Yeah, but he sent a screenshot of like the script that Metro Scripts gave him.
But we don't know
Okay.
how to kind of insert
Yeah.
that.
Well, you could just use like the command, the script command with the admin, and then it'll do it.
Oh really? Okay,
Yeah.
so
Where
why
was it,
don't
though?
we do that?
Problem is that Laddie took a screenshot of this big ass line of
Oh.
code, and I don't feel like typing it all
No,
in.
don't kill me.
We
Don't
could
kill me.
just ask him again.
Yeah,
Oh, I got you there.
someone could ask him to send it again, but still, I'd rather have it to where the teams are there ready for us to use, so we don't have to keep using the admin every time a server starts up.
Honestly, I prefer just adding 2 teams, Team 1 and Team 2. It's not that complicated, boys.
Yeah, but then you also got to put in the spawns where they go.
Right, and then you use B tools and then just move them around when you need them to be.
Yeah.
Okay, well, yeah, we
So-
can do that for sure.
I mean, if you don't do that, then I'm just gonna start doing some Tokyo Drift session. Yeah,
Honestly, that can actually work. Just have people
Nice.
driving trucks, and
Can I bring
you
something
can,
up?
Okay,
up?
go ahead.
Can I bring something up?
We said
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah, of course.
It is about the Academy Directorate. I don't know
Yeah.
how you pronounce it good in English.
Okay, yeah.
do it.
I'm looking for an executive officer.
Executive officer. Yep.
Yes. Do you have any suggestion? A candidate that will fit that role?
Of the ASD, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
I think that's more up to Iconic, really.
See, the thing is, I haven't seen anyone really stand out, and I really don't want to free rank someone.
Same.
Yeah, I get that for sure.
So we should wait.
I feel like we
Yeah.
should wait a little bit longer for people to rank up.
Alright.
Because
I
again,
agree.
like, because the thing is, as the academy staff grows, more people will get ranked up, right?
Yeah.
Alexei,
Yeah.
So really, we
say-
just need the academy staff or the academy
Team Domino
itself to
just
be more
started
active.
a row war.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
They declared war on Prestige Elites, British Army, and Astro Decent.
Okay, but can we talk about this after the
Alright.
post?
Yeah.
Okay.
So as I was saying, the academy staff grows as the academy becomes more active, because more trainings will be hosted, more people will want to join ASD. You know. And not only that, but if the academy is active, we get people here wanting to join RA, and then we get more recruits attending these basic trainings, and it's just kind of like a cycle.
Yeah, and that too is like I feel like we add in all this combat stuff, they'll be more interested in trying to partake in this stuff
Right.
And then
Yeah,
they
I
don't
agree
buy
with
a
that.
gun. If
because
they don't
it'll
buy a gun,
foster, yeah, it'll foster a sort of competitive environment where
Exactly.
they'll all try to one up each other and everything. As long as we can control it to where it doesn't become fucking fully toxic, we'll be able to do this.
I mean, think about it like this: the majority of you guys, how did you get into RA or first know about it? It's probably because you were on the original Moscow shooting people up with guns there, and you thought, oh shit, this is a lot of fun,
Yeah.
right? I'm gonna join.
Yep.
That's the thing.
So-
We need that base.
We do. It'll come. We just gotta give it some time. But that doesn't mean we shouldn't let that be our sort of only egg. You know what I mean? We've got a lot of eggs in our basket. You know, let's focus on the other ones.
Right.
Let's not cry over spilt milk for the minute. We've got other
Right.
things.
Yeah.
Like the academy here. You know, simple additions that we can make to make the experience a lot more engaging and better. So until Ultimatum arrives, Foxy, am I right in saying Foxy's the only one who's needed right now to work on it?
Oh my god.
Yeah. Oh god.
What do you guys make of hot dog?
English got bored and made a hot dog.
Bang bang.
Wow.
Okay, well, is the meeting over now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd
Yeah.
say let's end the meeting at let's
Yeah. Let's kill
quarter
it
to
right
nine.
now.
Quarter to nine. Next meeting scheduled 2 weeks time. For Saturday the 11th of April.
Oh,
Alex.
no.
Oh, Alex.
Yeah.
You really should add in like the teams and stuff for the combat. And then we
Yeah,
can
I
just
will,
focus
I will.
on-
I will.
Next meeting 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice,
Alright.
lovely stuff.
Nice.
Okay, I'm going to main, so see you there.
All right.
Alright.
Yeah.
We should all,
Whoa.
all the RAHRs should just go to fucking RXC's HQ and confuse the fuck out of them.
Holy
Boy, this is a very interesting meeting.
It
Praise
was.
be the hot dog.
Dude, I was not torturing my ranks.
He promised.
No, I
us.
believe
promise.
it. And even if you were, I wouldn't mind because I don't like half of them.
No RPGs were launched by me.
He made me wear a shirt. That was
What kind of meeting is this? Whose mic is echoing?
That's
Guys, me sound here.
I think that's Wait, is it? No, it's.
Oh, it is me.
I don't think it is. His name is FAID.
Yeah, it's him.
Let me turn my mic off.
No,
The
it's not.
holy hot dog.
Never mind, he left.
That's the holy hot dog.
Come to the.
Praise be the hot dog.
Hot dogs. There's 2 hot dogs at the gate. Come.
Why is this one extra long?
Oh, that's mine.
Oh fuck.
That's my hot dog. Vediviso. Please select from one of the above. A. Join the academy. B. Join the academy. C. Join the academy.
Hey Alex, would it be possible to add a tanks here so we can practice tank shooting?
Viper, what's up with your fucking arm?
Vediviso.
Oh my god. Oh man.
Also,
But I'm
Alex,
to
if I give you a working helicopter script, will you use it?
No, I only have the models, but the helicopters tend to be really laggy, so I don't really want them, if I'm being honest.
I have a helicopter model that doesn't lag at all.
English demands
No,
effort.
no, no. Not the models, but the lag. I mean the
Oh
scripts.
god. I'm dead.
No, no, no.
Oh
Why
my
did you do
god.
it?
It's a slaughter.
You killed me. Big sad.
Why are there two hot dogs at the front? There's two hot dogs on the command post at the front.
I have no idea what.
Have we become the hot dog army? Is this what we've rebranded?
hot dog. Hot dog's not.
Wait, can lieutenant colonels accept people?
We went from Danish army to Japanese army to hot dog army.
Hot dog.
I love the character progression here. It's very nice. Can somebody sit me, please? I'm on the hunt.
I'm the Pope.
Yeah,
I'm the Pope
perfect.
now.
The wheels on the hot dog go round and round.
Yeah, I did it, Alexi. I accepted it.
Okay, nice.
Fuck. How is this possible? How does this happen? What's my radio now? Oh shit.
Honestly,
We should probably do that though. Just, all the HRs of RA just raid RC.
Yeah. But never. Where are you?
honestly, I can't take myself seriously when I'm wearing.
What are you wearing?
Cloud
Just-
goggles.
It's pretty sick though, I'm not gonna lie. Hold up, I gotta find the IDs for it. Library audio.
I've gotten so many screenshots today. These are the fucking idiot sandwich. I feel so blessed the president has sniffed me. Where did he get so many hot dogs?
Yes, more. No.
No.
Oh yeah, my plan.
I gotta find this ID for this. Where's it at? Oh my god.
Yeah, I finally get one.
What are you doing?
Oh no.
Hold on. Oh, that's annoying.
Oh, the tryouts is in 10 minutes.
Oh, really?
7
Yeah.
minutes.
He said
Yeah,
Vitalis said he's gonna host it at 3:30.
Dude. You seem to really like Ricardo, my guy.
He's a meme, bro.
You seem to really like him.
See, back when he was a meme, I was like really into the meme, and then I kind of just stopped. And then when I found out I could dress up as Ricardo Milos in Roblox, I was like, dude, I have to. Bro, there's a tank here? Did you spawn in a model? Oh my god, you closed the gates? And then put hot dogs?
2980. Wait. 2980. 29508. 298. Fuck it, I'm writing it down.
How do you spell it? Tiananmen Square?
Yeah, I was just about to say that. An event that never happened.
An event that never happened.
Never happened.
Does anyone in here can record gameplay?
What?
Can you guys